Okay, so now we are ready to really focus on body paragraph one. So, my topic sentence says, first of all, it can sometimes be difficult to keep a promise because people change. So, I want to think of evidence, think of a good story to tell about a time that it was difficult to keep a promise because someone changed. Remember that when you are creating your evidence, when you're telling your story, it can be a true story, it can be a semi true story, you could make it up. What's important is that you make sure to add in good descriptions to really help your reader connect and understand and visualize the story that you're telling. So, my story that I have created, which is semi true, part of it is true. I added in some extra details to help with those connections, is that, for example, again, I'm using that transition phrase as I move into my evidence. So, for example, when I was 4, I was best friends with a girl named Brittany who lived on the same street as me. Our moms were good friends who liked to take an evening walk together each day, and our older sisters were in the same class together in school. Our families were inseparable and did many things together, from dinners to vacations to the beach each year. Brittany and I promised that we would be best friends forever. Unfortunately, I moved away with my mom when I was 7 to a town almost 2 hours away. Luckily, I went to visit every other weekend, and Brittany and I were able to keep our friendship strong. We still played together and had sleepovers until the summer before we started ninth grade. That summer, I was not able to visit because I had joined the marching band and had practiced to prepare for the season most afternoons. As a result, our phone conversations decreased from every day to once a week. I knew that Brittany was mad that I had put something before her, so I planned to surprise her with a visit the weekend of July 4th. I was so excited, but when I arrived and ran to knock on Brittany's door, her mom said that she was down the street at the park hanging out with some friends. I went to the park to find her and saw Brittany and 2 other girls yelling at another boy and girl who both looked like they were in tears. As I got closer, I heard Brittany say to them, "You are both so dumb. Of course you cannot hang out with us. We don't hang out with losers." I was shocked as I had never heard Brittany talk to someone like that before. As I approached with a sad look on my face, Brittany looked a little shocked, but still turned to them and said, "Get lost, losers," as her other 2 friends giggled. I looked at Brittany, who sneered at me, saying, "If you are a loser too, you can get lost, Sarah." I could not believe this was my best friend of the past 10 years standing in front of me. She had changed into a completely different person. So, I want to draw your attention to the fact that I used a lot of adjectives, I used a lot of descriptions to really paint a picture for my reader. And that's what you need to do when you are creating your evidence, when you're telling your story. You really want to add in as much detail as you can.